It was tough, yeah, it really was tough. The bigs did a great job of helping on ball screens, something we struggled with early on in the year. But I mean, it was physical, me getting over the screens, but the bigs were right there, and I was able to cut back in front. So it was tough. It's always a grind between us two teams and the Mountain West as a whole. So it was good to come out and get a win tonight.
How good does it feel to get I mean, it looked like you guys have a little bit of, there's a little something there between the two teams. So.
I mean, yeah, you just have to look at the end. There's a little bit of rivalry going on. So yeah, it is huge for us. But I mean, in the big picture, we've still got 4 or 5 games to go, and knowing we've got to still play at their place, last game of the season. So we're just taking it one game ahead, one game at a time. So. Like I said, it's huge to get a win. It's huge for a confidence standpoint. Our defense is the best it's been all year, and you want to start to peak, not too early, but you want to peak at the right time. And that's what we're doing right now. Our defense is playing really well. We're moving the ball. We're scoring. Bigs are killing. It's all coming together, but we don't want to peak too early.
What about the assignment with Thangs, you and Kendall? I mean, he was one of the top threats in the league. He kicked the 3 field goals and 15 shots. Just talk about the defense on him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. He's an unbelievable player. He's healthy this season. I think that's huge for him. I know he missed some easy shots, some shots that he would normally make. I was behind him. I was trying to pressure him as much as possible. Like I said, the bigs did a great job of helping up and allowing me to get back in front and contesting shots. But he missed some easy ones. But credit to Kendall, he did a great job. We both, we were getting fouls here and there, and we just would switch up the matchups. But I mean, we prepared for him. He's a great player, and we know he's going to come back better than ever when we play at their place.
Hey, what was the game plan to keep them off the free throw line?
Well, we know that they just threw it up there and they go chase it. So. To keep them off the line was huge, but knowing that they don't shoot a lot of threes, so that's where they want to get a lot of shots. They want to get, attack the paint and score inside the paint and get rebounds and get fouled that way. So I think we kept them only three free throws. I don't think they even made one, Frank was saying. So it was huge for us. I mean that's the difference. You can get a couple of extra points from free throws, and we did that tonight.
Did you feel like you had more pressure on you guys to get a win tonight, like more than usual?
Yes and no. With the hype from the crowd, I mean, we want to thank them for coming out. It was an unbelievable atmosphere. Playing at home, knowing that if we were to drop, we would have dropped behind 2 games. But now, we're tired with a couple of games left. We control our own destiny basically. So we did have some pressure playing at home. Then again, they're the 6th ranked team in the country. So. And they've had some big wins at Kansas and things like that. So we know they play well on the road. But I mean, from a standpoint from team, we got the big win tonight.
Going back to UNLV and then tonight, the second half starts have been really important for you guys to hold off the runs teams go on in the second half. What's been working for you guys to start the second half?
Yeah, that's something we addressed early on. We come out pretty well, and then to start the second half, we haven't been able to put our foot on teams' throats. So we didn't let up the whole game. We had that mindset where we just, as soon as we got them down, we want to put them in the dirt, and that's what we did tonight. I mean, I don't think. We had a couple of turnovers, had a couple of points, but other than that, I can't really think of too many times where they really ran on a run or coach had to call a timeout. Once we got up, I mean, that's what championship teams have got to do. You've got to put them away, and we're knowing that they've been down like double digits, and they've been down getting towards the end of games, and somehow have managed to pull wins out. So we had that in the back of our mind. We just wanted to put it away.
How about your bounce pass to Alex in the first half?
Yeah, Alex travelled like crazy too. He travelled. He got excited. He saw the rim and he took off from just outside the dots. Took 3 or 4 steps, but they'd already caught him for a travel before that, so I don't think they were going to call that again. But yeah, it was cool. I had a turnover or 2 before that, so I was a little bit hesitant. But you got to reward the big fella for running the floor.
How about that block to start the game?
Yeah, I was pretty hyped. The coach told me to stay on the floor because I couldn't get in foul trouble, and the first thing I did was jump and try and block someone. So, and then I was lucky, fortunate enough. 13 got me up in the air and jumped into me. Fortunate enough he travelled, but yeah, I've been trying to get my blocks up lately.
Did you think it'd be a closer game than this?
Yes and no. When UNLV came in here freshman year, they were highly ranked, and we weren't ranked at all. And there was a lot of hype for that game. We ended up beating by 20 that game too. So the way we've been playing as a team, the chemistry, the practices, we've been training and practicing at a high level. So I mean, you're always going to be surprised to beat a team like that by 20. But at the same time, when everything's clicking like that, I mean, what are you going to do? We'll definitely take a 20-point win any day.
There's still some games left on the schedule, but just based on UNLV and tonight, is this the best you guys have played all year?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Like I said, we don't want to peak too early, but things are starting to come together. We've been adding things and improving on different areas throughout the last couple of weeks, and I mean, we're able to transfer it now. Defensively, we've got our identity. That's what we relied upon last year, was our defensive intensity. And then when you've got guys who can score the ball, Cam, Alex, Kendall, and then guys coming off the bench, Cullen and Cake, and all those guys contributing the way they are, that's what you want to do. But we don't want to peak too early.
Anything else for Hugh?
Was this a new level of toughness, rugged play?
I mean, not for me. I kind of like that stuff. I definitely enjoyed myself tonight. And how the refs called the game. There wasn't a lot of ticky-tacky fouls, which was, from my standpoint, was good, and from a couple Alex and Cam as well. So it was fun, but it was definitely a different level, and I hope that it's consistent that way. Hopefully they don't. I mean, it's been some games have gone real ticky-tacky, Fresno State, things like that, and then some games like that they've just let us go. So we'll see what happens, but as good teams do, you've got to adjust it on the fly, and we'll see how we go.
I don't know, just went out and played type of thing. I mean, we knew I was on the line and what the game meant to us, so we're obviously very keen to get out to a quick start, and we managed to do that. And we let them back a bit in the second half, but besides that, I thought our defense was outstanding.
How were you feeling that? You had your hand in the cookie jar a couple extra times there towards the end of the
Yeah.
game in the mid-range shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I struggled with UNLV, mid-range jump shot a number of times, and tonight, it just felt good with it. So, I mean, it happens. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off, and it just felt good with it and kept going with it down the stretch. So, I don't know, it worked out well.
Even though it was a game for first place in the conference against the number 6 team in the nation, was there more pressure on this game than in some of the other games this year?
I don't believe so, because, I mean, both teams now have 2 losses. I mean, if you lose to any other team, you're still down. It doesn't matter. I mean, and then you got to take care of business, so that when you get to these games, they really do set you up. But in terms of losses and wins, you have to play every game, and it's not like this is a signature win that's just going to win the conference type of thing. It's one which puts us even with San Diego State, but the bottom line is we've still got a number of games to go, and we need to win them, basically.
Is this the game that cemented you believe as Conference Player of the Year? And if not, what do you think it's going to take?
No, I don't think about that stuff. I mean, it's just an award type of thing. So, I mean, as I said, don't really think about it too much. So, it's not something that really matters to me in terms of personal awards. It's more about the team winning and winning the conference championship, which matters to me. So, it's not something I consider or think about in terms of what it takes to do that. But so I can't give you an actual answer on that. I mean, honestly, it was never a goal of mine. I mean, I didn't expect to be in this position this year, so it was never a goal of mine. So to me, it doesn't really matter, type of thing.
In the second half, definitely able to limit their opportunities on the boards. What were you guys able to do differently down the stretch in the second half?
I think we did a better job game rebounding in the first half. I felt like Thames would often come off the pick and roll and cause the big to help, and then while the big helped, the other bigs would be able to crash in. So we really needed to game rebound. When that happens, guys need to come back in. I think we did a really good job in the second half of that.
Did you think the game might have been a little closer? It's kind of, especially in that second half,
Yeah.
a little bit more lopsided, probably a lot of people were expecting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember looking up the scoreboard and couldn't believe we're up 20, and it was, I mean, obviously I was expecting a lot closer game, and it did get towards that during the end of the game. But besides that, I thought that was all the result of our defense. I mean, we didn't score the ball particularly well tonight, but I mean they're a great defensive team, so that's what expected. But I think just guarding them was probably the best defensive performance of the year.